Hello, collective. Welcome to your energy reading. So that song in the background, that's your music channeling. Okay, if you're not the one, I will say this in confidence. I did this song a lot of times last year. Okay, so you could have dealt with your person since last year for sure. Heavy on for sure. Okay, now obviously whenever this resonates, long story short, if those messages make sense, go and watch them. Okay. Also, side note, when I do my messages here, I will say this though: this it's not the same vibe. They might have similarities, but as you go, I channel as we go in terms of my messages here. So they're different. Okay. But please be nice, because I've been on here for a while, and the flow might not have been 10-10 as it is today. Okay. But I say this to say, welcome, collective. Let's dive into your messages. All right. So I got this song on the 7th of April. Okay. And message number 1, familiar faces. Okay, so that is very relevant. You have a familiar face, or they see your face wherever you go, or vice versa. Okay, and then we have a face card never declines. So I feel like if it was 1 year ago, which I feel like for a lot of you guys it is, or 5 years ago, even 10, you still look the same in the eyes of your person. It could be energy wise, it could be literally, as in you haven't aged in freaking 10 years, you still look the same to them. That's so beautiful though. Okay, face card never declines is such a Gen Z alpha term, so you guys also could be Gen Zers alpha generation. Okay, doesn't have to be. But yeah, let's dive into it. Okay, so I'm gonna just clarify for, actually no, familiar faces. Do I need to? No, we're not. Okay, I feel like this is giving the energy of like when they see you, they compare you with everyone else. You know, this hype is you. Okay, if it's not anything remotely to you, they would not accept it. Okay, and I also feel like they could have tried to replace you and see you and other people during the separation, or you know, the blockages or whatnot, because it's not giving that you guys are together, and it cannot be compared with the original, which is you. Okay, yeah, all right. So on the 7th, let's see changes when it comes to the masculine. They realize that they want to be in a loving relationship with you. For some, it's giving wedding bells. Let's get married. For others, it's cohabitating. It's, you know, let's buy real estate, assets, investments, get a dog, have a baby, etc. Okay? I'm watching for a feminine. Their changes is that, you know, they feel the 10 of diamonds with you. So fortune, abundance, stability. You could have like added, you know, the whole saying, you have to add something, you have to bring something to the table. If you're watching for a feminine, they feel like you're doing this for them. Okay, you're actually adding something to the table, whether it's your time, whether it's assets, whether it's, you know, I don't know, but like you're adding to this feminine, okay? And this is what they love, okay? So in a weird way, this group, despite, you know, what I mentioned before, could be very old school, have an old school mentality, right? Very much gender roles type of, you know, it doesn't have to be, but it's giving a little bit traditional. So yeah, also wrote down that the retrograde is about to come to an end. So, which is actually, I think it's today. I'm filming on the 8th, actually. This may be posted on the 9th, but nonetheless, I feel like this is just me personally. This is not a channel message. But when things are indirect, if anyone you dealt with when Mercury was in retrograde, I don't feel like it's gonna last. And when things go indirect, okay, that's just what I've been viewing, not even tuning into. I feel like it's similar to how a lot of people get together during quarantine, and then when quarantine ends, when the schedules are back up, you know, there are a lot of separation and divorces, right? But for some, it brought people closer. But I saw a huge amount of shift after, specifically when it comes to the quarantine pandemic situation, where a lot of people like, oh yeah, everything was so nice during quarantine, and then when things got set back into normalcy, right, a lot of separation, divorces, breakups take place. Okay, so I feel like it's similar to the Mercury retrograde situation, you know, speaking on spirituality, where everything is always come back together during that time. And when things are direct, it's see you next Mercury retrograde. That's just for some. Okay, that's just like, well, even I don't know if I don't feel like it's a message, but this is just what I've been observing. Okay, because we're in direct right now, so I think that is relevant for somebody. So we're gonna just shuffle cards and see what comes up. Okay, for everyone, we're not gonna dissect it today. So there could have been some sort of snake behavior or competition, an enemy, a third party, okay, that is stalking, watching, preserving. So I feel like there could have been a sabotager, a third party sabotager that didn't want you guys to what? To be engaged, to be happy, to be fulfilled, to complete each other, to be in bliss, okay? So based on the cards, as you guys can see, there was somebody that was trying to make sure that you guys didn't end up together. You guys are not happy, you guys are not fulfilled, you guys are not finding each other, okay? But the universe or somebody's heart is like, no, I want to be with collective, and that's it, okay? I feel like a lot of time has gone by now that they're like, I'm gonna make this decision, and I'm gonna stand on it by myself. Maybe they were used to having people chiming in, but it's like they realized that they were just being destructive, okay? What could have been said, what could have been, you know, chimed in here is that, hello collective again. So the thing is, I actually got a phone call in the middle of it all, so we're gonna just kind of reset. But I think I talked about how you know, there was opposition. They didn't want you guys to be happy, be fulfilled, find each other, be engaged, you know, all of that. So yeah, the truth of the matter on that, I feel like they wanted you to chase your person, or your person to chase after you, for you to feel fear when it comes to this relationship, being a codependent energy, feeling abandoned, not feeling protected, not getting clarity, not feeling empowered. Either they want you to be in this energy or your person, and this is why they wanted to cause this separation, right? Because being together is such a force field of power, and the opposition, the enemies, the third parties, it's like, no, we're gonna separate them, because if they be joined together, that means it is less for them, it's more complicated for them. But the thing is, they have no business to be in your guys' relationship in the first place. They're just narcissistic people, okay? So, yeah. I feel like your person is like, fuck it. You know, and I feel like you're fuck it as well. If you're watching for masculine, though, I feel like they are still a little bit intimidated, still a little bit scared on how you react, because again, it was people on their end. I also feel like it was people on your end, to be quite honest. They just didn't want this to be a fulfillment. Okay, they didn't want to have love, be loved by this person, or they didn't want you to give love, have love for your person. They really are trying the best to make you be in scarcity mindset, you or your person that you're dealing with, okay? This third party people. And to be quite honest, in the eyes of the masculine, they kind of feel like the third party succeeded. They feel like the third party scared you away from them. Okay? Like, if we're going to base it on the song, he talks about, if I'm not the one, why am I still dreaming about you? You know, why are you still the one for me? In my energy. Let's go look up the lyrics. Things of this nature. Let's see. So I'm saying could also be Daniel, just because. But yeah, let's go to genius.com. He says, why does my hand fit yours if I'm not the one for you? Why does my heart return your call? Oh, sorry, why does your heart return my call? So I feel like they've been reaching out to you, and if you pick up, they're like, you still want me, right? And when you guys see each other, even though people are like, this can't be, your hand fits with their hand, okay? I'm just paraphrasing the, I don't want to run away, but I can't take it. I don't understand. If I'm not made for you, then why does my heart tell me that I am? Is there any way that I could stay in your arms, okay? So a lot of emotions here. Yeah, in the eyes of the masculine, they feel like it was success of keeping you guys separated. So now you're unhappy, they're unhappy. So I'm just going to throw this in. It's also based on the lyrics or the energy of it all, I guess. 2002 could be relevant. November 25th. Okay. Number 20th, number 1. So life path number 1. On the first day, first month. 22nd could also be relevant. That's what I'm tuning into. It's not on here. On the 20th of a specific day, 20 weeks, 20 days, 20 hours. Let's see here. Let's see. November 25th. Zodiac sign. Just because. So we got Sagittarius, okay? Male or female? Let me look up the artist zodiac sign as well, because I feel like your messages are going to be quite short because of... Look at this. He's a Sagittarius, the artist. But the album in itself... Okay, so somebody's definitely a Sagittarius. But I just wanted to show you this interesting symbolism or correlation. So, again, I already channeled, but I do this for funsies because I know you guys like zodiac signs. But on here, it says November 25th, right? And that is a Sagittarius. and the artist himself is a Sagittarius. So a Sagittarius it is. Okay. Or the definition of a Sag, they like to travel. They're like, of all the signs, the most spiritual or religious of the bunch, right? They're more so, if anyone's supposed to believe in UFO, the universe, God, frequencies, it would be the Sag, okay? If there's going to be a believer of anything, it would be the Sag in the 12 zodiac signs, okay? So there's that. Should we do a little breakdown on Sagittarius? So I'm just going to read the everyday. So it says, as Sag in love, they're very upfront, they are fearless, and they're positive. Okay? Sagittarius go very well with other fire signs, specifically Leos, okay? Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. These are like standard Sagittarius lookups when you Google things, okay? Yeah, I feel like, what I know, I don't know many Sagittarius. Like, I also feel like in the entire life, it's very rare to meet Saggies. Like, it's very rare. But when you do meet one, you seem to be meeting them everywhere. But they love traveling. They have like a sarcastic type of dark humor. This is just in my personal life. They could be like corny. I don't know. I think it's their humor. They have a weird type of dark humor. But they love traveling. They're very smart, very intuitive. They seem to be like the chill bunch of the rest of the zodiac sign. They're not as reactive. Okay. This is what I know in my personal life. And they be looking good. Sagittarius be looking good. Male or female. Okay. So I guess, but let's do how they're feeling about you based on this romance angel. So overall, your person, they feel like you have started new feelings, new love. This could be new love, old love. Okay. I'm also seeing the reconciliation here. So like, because of their feelings being activated, they'll definitely want to reach out to you, reconcile. But I do also feel like, again, there is separation here actively from third parties. And like I said, if you watch it from masculine, they feel like it was success of keeping you separated from them. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000, okay? But yeah, what they also are feeling is romantic feelings. They also feel like you guys should forgive each other, forgive yourselves, okay? Because there are a lot of emotions they feel for you, okay? So they feel like new love, new butterflies, want to reach out to you. They're going to try, even if there's opposition, okay? They're going to make sure that you notice something, okay? Okay, and this is for everyone. It doesn't matter if it's like a sad situation or not, okay? I don't know if this is relevant. Somebody might be like drinking or something, or a bit drunk. Now I feel sad. Now I actually feel sad. I don't know. Somebody might be like trying to cope with some alcoholism. Okay, maybe not cope, but somebody's like drinking, or when they drink, they think about you, or you think about them. I feel like this is what's like, it happened during the separation phase. So when they realize that, okay, there's actively people trying to keep us apart, collective. Whether you know this or they know this, I'm gonna tell you this: if you're a Sagittarius male watching, this is how they're feeling. Why are you trying to keep collective away from me? Or you, as a Sag male, you're watching this. Why are you trying to keep my person away from me? And you'd be like, fuck this. Let me get a beer. Let me get a whiskey. Let me get, I don't know, pina colada or something. And I don't feel like it's a problem per se, but it's giving the energy of like somebody's trying to cope because it's like, you know. Or maybe somebody had like an outburst when they were drinking and they're like, damn, they want us to be separated. I don't know. That's for somebody. I feel like it's not giving drunk, but somebody could be like day drinking, thinking about why you guys are not together. Okay? Why the separation is happening, why there are so many people against this, you know? Like, I feel like bit by bit, the lyrics in itself, like If You're Not the One by Daniel Bedingfield, could be even their go-to song while they're thinking of you. So I don't know why I'm speaking like a Gen Zer. I want to say dead ass. I think I heard that first from a meme from Angela White, formerly known as Black China. Social media, specific Instagram, be doing a lot. So what we can do, I'm gonna look up her zodiac sign. And she used to be like a party girl. What I do know is that she had an aggravating, narcissistic mother. Her mother is better, but again, there was a lot of memes. I don't really watch reality. The last reality show I watched was Love Island, USA, and that is still in my head, rent free. So yeah, but I wanted going back to the whole Black China thing. She has an overbearing, narcissistic mother. Like, it's just displayed for everybody to see. So I guess in that term, some of you guys is the narcissistic mother that was the villain in you guys' story. Okay. Not for everybody, but we're gonna look up her somebody could be 36 years of age because that is what it is. She was born during 11th May 1988, so 36 years of age, 1988 could be relevant. I must be tuning into Chinese astrology. Hold up, 1988. In Chinese astrology, it is the tiger. It's the tiger. Somebody, you could be born during the year of the tiger. All right, but we're gonna do Western astrology. So Western astrology is Taurus. Okay, you could be Taurus. And this is April 20th. Did I not mention April? The number 20. Look at the parallels. Listen, it makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you, okay? Collective, these are your messages for today. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully it's not too long or too short. We're going to do a little advice card. Somebody's definitely like drinking and feeling drowsy. They feel sad though. I feel they miss you. Or you miss them. It's the masculine in this energy. They miss the fuck out of you. Oh, listen. There's gonna be a transformation, collective. Are you guys seeing this? 11. 11. Yo, did we not? Did we not? Did we not? Okay, let me show you guys. I'm just kind of like amazed at myself right now. Look at this. She was born 11th May. Oh, look at the 11. I don't know, maybe some of you guys have small flames. I don't feel that way, but the synchronicities are interesting. But yeah, there's definitely gonna be change, and I feel like it's gonna be much quicker than you think it is. But yeah, we're gonna leave it to the divine timing. They want to be with you, you want to be with them. It's just the opposition that's like on some bitch energy. Yeah. I kind of feel sad though, and we're gonna wrap it up, okay? Because I cannot.